Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So,
Good
all of
evening,
you
Good
ma'am.
evening,
practice.
ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. All of you practice Excel. I have also forwarded the
Yes, ma'am.
document
Yes.
on your. Any problems anybody is having? Any doubt anybody is having? Whatever we had done yesterday. Any problems? No. So we had
No,
to do
ma'am.
a pivot table, right? So we need to have certain kind of data for the pivot table, right? Like what they have is data about some students, right? And the serial number is there, name is there, qualification, trade, and age is there, right? So this data is there, and what you have to do to open a pivot table is you have to go to the insert menu. So I'm just opening Excel. And in the insert menu, in the insert tab, you have pivot table. On why is pivot table used actually, if we talk about that, why is pivot table used? Actually to analyze data. Any data which needs to be analyzed, you have to use a pivot table for that. Right? Like you want the count of number of students who are doing diploma, what is the age of the students and minimum age, or you want to count the number of students who are doing diploma, certain kinds of analysis you want to do, then you need to use pivot table, right? So here in the insert menu, you have, can you see that pivot table? Right? So easily arrange and summarize complex data in a pivot table. You will use this, right? So what data they are using is they are using some data regarding serial number, name, qualification, trade, and age. This data they are using. If we type such data, suppose this is the data they have qualification, trade, and age, right? So the serial number you can automatically, I already told you how to fill the series. So suppose I am taking 10 students, I am just giving an example, right? You can write the name of the students. So these students' name we have given, right? Then the qualification they have given diploma, NTC. Okay, so we also give that kind of a thing, diploma, NTC, then part-time diploma, then NTC again, then again a diploma, then NTC, then again NTC, then suppose part-time diploma again, NTC and diploma, right? And the trades they are given in civil, MMB, fitter. Okay. Fitter, MMB. So these we have given, and whatever age you want to give, just an example. Right? So this kind of a data we have created. You can, there can be more data. I've just given you an example. So this kind of a data we have taken, right? Now, to go to the make a pivot table, what you have to do is you have to insert a pivot table. It will ask for the table range. So what table range you will give? This is your table range, right? On which you want to create a pivot table, and either you want to create it on the existing sheet on this sheet only, or you want on a new sheet. So say new worksheet and say okay. So can you see a new worksheet has come, and this is how your pivot table has been shown, right? Now, so this is there. Now what they are saying is, so we have selected the range of cells, and we have also selected the new worksheet, right? So that has come already, and then they are saying we'll click OK button, that we have done. A new worksheet will appear in the workbook with a special pane at the right side of the screen. Drag the trade field and drop it under rows label pane. So here, can you see the trade? You have to take it and drag it under rows pane. Can you see that? This trade one, I have dragged it to under the rows one, this rows. So it has come here. Can you see that? The trades, civil, electric, fitter, MMV, turner. These trades have come here, right? So that will be shown to you like this. So it will, you will drag the trade on under the road label. So you have dragged it, and it will be shown like this on the row label, right? Now drag the name field and drop it under the sigma, that is some value, and pane, and the screen changes its appearance as shown here. So what they are saying is, now the name field, you have to take it under this sigma, that is the sum. So it will count how many civil students are there, how many electrical students are there, how many fitter are there, how many MMB are there, and how many turner students are there. Can you see that? It is calculating the name of the students, how many students are who are doing civil, who are doing electrical, who are doing fitter, who are on MMB, who are turner, right? Are you understanding what is happening?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, uh, under the this row, the trade one, I am dragging it out, right? And I am bringing the qualification under rows now. Can you see that? Trade I have dropped it. Now qualification I have brought it under the rows column. Now it is showing that for the qualification, the number of students are diploma are 3, NTC are 5, and part-time diploma are 2, right? So any columns sum you want, you can do that and drag the name field and age field. Name field, so I have here. Now age field also I bring here, both the fields, name and age both. So it will also calculate the sum of age. That means the diploma students who are 3 in number, their sum of age is 67. 3 people's age sum they have calculated. That NTC there are 5 people, the sum of age is 107. Part-time diploma there are 2 people and the sum of age is 46. Can you see that? So this kind of a thing will appear, sum of age also, right? So the sum of age you can also what if you want to change this, you don't want the sum of age. So what do you want, right? So you can also change that. If I change it from here, uh, double click on sum of age and you want the minimum age, right? You don't want the sum of age, you want the minimum age or the average age or whatever there are different kinds of things here. So if you want the minimum, so can you see the diploma person, those are 3 in number. The minimum age of that diploma person is how much? 21 years. NTC, which are 5 people, the minimum age of that is 18. And the part-time diploma that are 2 in number, the minimum age is 21. Can you see that? So
Yes, ma'am.
you can also change the things which you want, that you want to find out, to analyze, right? So that is also a possibility here. So if you want the minimum, you can calculate the minimum, or maximum also if it is there. So maximum also you can find out. So it will give you the minimum age of those who are in the, diploma or whatever, right? If you want to find out the average age, suppose, so what you will do, double click here and you will say average age of the persons. So the average age of the diploma, there are 3 persons, the average age is 22.3, NTC it is 21.4, part-time diploma it is 23. Can you see that? Average age also you can find out, right? Then if you want that your this column, you want that the decimal point should be decreased, you can decrease the decimal point also here. You can select here, decrease the decimal point if you want that, you don't want the decimal point in some format. So you can decrease the decimal point also. That is one part of it, right? Then you can sort the data also in the pivot table. That means that will be according to the filter and sort can also be there. Like what they have done is, if I want, see, for filtering, you can have whatever you select from here, you can filter out according to the options available at your level. So you can select that, right? And for arranging your sort filtering, you can select from A to Z, or small a to Z, or Z to A, whatever filtering you want. That kind of filtering you can select accordingly. So that is also an option. So that is not a problem. So you can do filtering accordingly from A to Z, or small a to Z, or bigger. That is where filter can be done. So from here also you can do filtering. So here just click here, and you select your things which you want only to be shown. So you can filter out those, right? So those things will be shown to you. Other things will not be shown to you. So suppose I drop the qualification one, and just say this, and I filter out MMB and fitter one I want only. So you can filter out them. Only those things will be shown, right? And you can filter out any kind of options which you have. So if you double click on the particular this the like fitter, if you want to see the number of people who are fitter, the count is 2, and if you double click on that, so another sheet opens up with the persons who are fitter, and what serial number they are, and what is the name of the person, and what trade, and every detail will come on another sheet. So you can also do that if you want to see the MMV people only. So on another sheet, only the MMV persons will be displayed on the another sheet, their details. So that can also be done. So you can display the details of the, right? Any problems in this? Any problems?
No, ma'am.
Right. So these are the things generally which are there in your syllabus. So this is your pivot table to filter out certain things, or to analyze data according to some options you want. Just an example they have given, so you can analyze the data according to the pivot table and do it. Right. So this is your pivot table. So what it is used for analyzing your data. So you can make a pivot table, and you can filter out certain things, count them numbers, or add some of the ages. You can do average. You can find out the minimum, maximum accordingly, whatever values you want. So whatever values you want under rows, that you can put whatever values you want under sum, or you want to count or find average, so you can do that. So that is there. Also you can also have columns also, if you want columns to be added, some other column to be added, you can add under columns also. That is there. This is what pivot table is all about. Any doubt? Any doubt is there in this pivot table?
No, ma'am.
Right. Now for the printing portion, how to print an Excel sheet. If you want to know how to print an Excel sheet, see, first and foremost, we should always select the portion what we want to print. So selection is important in that. Another is if you want a border to be added, because in the print preview, no border will be shown if you have not put any border. So it will, no border will be there. So if you want to put the border, put a border, right? Then there in the page layout, where your margins, orientation, size and all is there, there is another option called print area. So you have to set the print area, set print area. So you will see dotted lines appearing at the this border. Not in the new version it is not shown, but the dotted lines come in the old version. So this area is set. That means this much area will be printed. So you set the print area. Right, if you want to clear the print area, you can also clear that, and then you go to file and then you go to print. Right, so print preview, in older versions you have print preview. So first see the print preview of your thing, how it is coming. So this is how it will be displayed. Right, if you want to increase or decrease your margins, you can do that. You can increase or decrease your margin also accordingly. So your margins can also be increased or decreased. So accordingly you can increase or decrease your margins. So that is there. So your custom margin is there or something is there, you can do that, right? Or you can go to page setup, right? From here you can also adjust your thing to, like if I am doing adjust to 155. So see, it will become bigger. Can you see that? If it is
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
too small, I can make it a little bigger. So on the page, it will come a little bigger on the page for printing. So that you can do, adjust to here, right? If you want to fit to one page, you can do that. You can also adjust the margins here, the top, header, left, right, bottom, footer, all these margins can be set, right? Header, footer, you can give here. Generally, so it is sheet only. You can also have grid lines, but right now this is there, and by default it is portrait, that is vertical printing. You can also do landscape printing, that is horizontal. So this is what printing options are there. Print option is there. So just you have, now you have to click print, and on the printer the print will come in this way. So this is how Excel generally prints a document. Right, so you have to first select the portion which you want to print, go to set print area, set your printing portion, the area you want to print, and then you go to print preview and see what adjustments you want on the page, and then you can print it. This is what print is. Any problems?
No, ma'am.
Right, so this is what your Excel is all about. There are more formulas also, but all the formulas you don't have to know. There is only main formulas which are required for you to know, but there are huge number of formulas there in the Excel, right? There is also a portion called macros in Excel, but that is a separate topic. Macros are generally here in Excel. You have a programming, VB programming, Visual Basic Application Programming, where you can make macros and do different kinds of things with Excel. So that is a different topic. So that is not in your syllabus. But this is what Excel is all about, right? So you should know that how to insert values, how to fill the values, how to calculate, how to may have formula applied by the equal to symbol. What are the different formulas which we talked about, which I have also given you the practical book to practice. There are text formulas also. There are date and time formulas also, so you can practice them. And then you have pivot table, charts. So that is another option which you should know. But pivot table never comes in your thing, but generally it is also an option for you, right? So here in this the PDF which I have shared with you, there is a project work also given. Can you see that? The project work, simple project work in Excel. You have to prepare an employee due and drawn statement from December 2011 to February 2014. Can you see that underneath? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this you have to make yourself, right? And what you have to do is will be given now. What you have to do is perform the following criteria. Give 3% increment in July month every year. So can you see the from December to July 2000 December 2011 to February 2014 the basic pay, DA rate and DA HRA total basic pay they have given, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They have given, and the difference and total and all that they are giving you. Now they are saying you what you have to perform is you have to give a 3% increment in July month every year. Every year you have to give what? In July, suppose here July is here na
Yes, ma'am.
2012, July 2012, here you have to increase 3%. Then in July 2013 you have to increase 3%, and then in these two you have to increase 3%, right? And use roundup function for increment calculation and rounded to nearest to 10. What is rounded to nearest to 10? Acha, roundup, has anybody tried round function? Do you know
No.
round function? Is there round? Suppose I have a number called 12.675, right? If you want to round up to 2, what does that mean?
12.5 or 12.
2 decimal places, that means. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Round up to 2 decimal places. So the 7 becomes what? It is 5 here. 7 becomes round up to 8, right?
Yes.
6.8 it will become. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If I say 0 here, then what will happen? If I say 0,
Then 12, see.
then what will happen? See, what has happened?
Happy. Yes.
What did it do? What did it do? 30. It had made it 13. Why? 12.675 comma 0. No decimal place. 0 decimal place. That means 0.6 it was, right? Which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
5 or greater number will be rounded off to 1. This number will be plus 1, na? Then
Yes, ma'am.
so it will become 13, right?
Yes.
If it was 4, then what will happen?
12.
Then what will happen? If it was 12.475, 4 was the number, it is less than 5. So it will not be plus 1 then. It will be 12 only. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that is there. Then there is another 2 functions called round up and round down. Round up and round down. Round up, what does it do? It has done this. And there is another function called round down. Now what else it will do? Now what roundup has done? 12.675 comma 1. 1 decimal place we have to do. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So 1 decimal place means up to the 0.6 will be after 6 is 7. So 6 will become what? It It is greater than 5 and 5 greater will become 7 na, 12.7, right? Round up.
Yes, ma'am.
But what happened here? Round down. 12.675 and 1 decimal place. What has happened in down? It has not incremented. Whatever the number is, it has remained there only. Do you understand?
मैम अगर 12.642 या कुछ रहेगा मतलब 5 से कम तो क्या
वही
होगा?
देख रहे हैं. अगर ये 12.475 कर दिया मैंने, ठीक है, तो इसने 12.4 किया और राउंड अप में भी मैं 475 कर रही हूँ. तो इसने क्या किया? राउंड अप में 12.475 को 5 कर दिया, 4 को, और राउंड डाउन में 12.475 को 4 ही रहने दिया. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड?
मैम एक बार 12.435 कुछ रख के देखिए.
435 कर लो, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ठीक है.
यस मैम.
राउंड अप क्या कर रहा है, राउंड डाउन क्या कर रहा है, समझ में आ गया ना?
यस.
So you have round also, you have round down also, round up also, right?
यस मैम.
तो ये भी है आपके functions. So what they are saying is use round up function for increment. That means you have to round up the value calculation and round it to nearest to 10. अब nearest to 10 का क्या मतलब है?
10 के रेस्पेक्ट में उसको राउंड अप.
हाँ, और फिर then you have to calculate the HRA 30% on basic pay. How do you calculate the HRA? This HRA is calculated 30% of the basic pay, right? Now your HRA will also change, na, if 3% increment will be there in July month. Then DA rate is increased every 6 months. Every 6 months your DA is increased, right? So if I say, see here, this is the rate is 54 here in December, then 59, and is this 6 months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months after it has increased. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
The rate. The DA rate has increased to this. Every 6 months DA rate is increased. If change, December 2011 basic pay total difference amount should be calculated automatically. If change, what does that mean? If change, this difference should be calculated automatically. From 36,800 to 46,000, what is the difference? It should be calculated automatically. So means they have already made everything. You just have to apply the formulas here and calculate all these things should come automatically. Do you understand? Whatever
Yes,
values they are showing, they should come automatically. After finishing the exercise, check with the instructor for that is a separate issue. So this thing, can you do it?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to try just December, January, whatever, take less period. If you don't want to take so much of period, take less period. Your basic pay is this, right? Basic pay is also, see, here the increment is applied here, 3%. Can you see that in July? It was 20,000. In July, basic pay is increased 3%. How much it is? 20,600. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So here you have to apply the formula, right? So that it should come 20,600. Then same way the DA rate after 6 months it should increase, like here. I don't know how much they are increasing, but DA rate should increase automatically with the formula. So here it should increase after 6 months, right? and accordingly your DA will be calculated. DA is calculated how? Have they given DA? They have given the HRA. HRA is calculated how? 30% of basic pay. So that should be calculated here and it should come this. And automatically when your increment salary is there, then your HRA will automatically increase. Right? And then your total salary will come with the basic pay plus DA plus HRA will be the total salary. And same way here. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is there? Prepare student list in Word. Create a table, 100 rows and 4 columns. Top row use for header. Give serial number using numbers and bullets. Apply header on each page using repeaters. Header at top of each page. Choose serial number at 20 and at 30 in single stroke by using set numbering value option. Split table at serial number 50 using split table option after finishing. Achha. This is a simple exercise. They are saying you have to create a table where your serial number should be there, right? And up to 100 they are saying, but you take less, right? And then they are saying you should have header and footer applied on each page with you can have the option as header on top of each page and serial number 20 change serial number 20 as 30. So serial number 20 you should change it as 30 by using set numbering value. When you go here, uh, when you see here now in bullets and numbering, I don't know where it is. Here I think so bullets and numberings are not there. But if you want to change a serial number, in this I don't think so. This is I think Word. This is in Word. That's why I thought bullet and numbering is not here. In Word it is, they are telling you. In Word document, in MS Word you have to do this. So here you have to take this and in Word bullet and numbering option you also have an option called set numbering value. So you can set a numbering value. You can start from some other from if you don't want to start the list should start from 1, it can start from 30, 40, whatever serial number you want, that can be given. And at serial number 50 it is saying split the table, that means in 2 it should split. So that is what they are saying. In Word it is actually, right? So can you do that
Yes, ma'am.
in
Correct.
Excel and Word? You can try that, and if any problem is coming we can discuss it in the class, right? So in your book, your study material, which is there, lab manual, unit 3, spreadsheet. I'm just seeing what all things are there. See, they have given you the menus, home, insert, page layout and all that. Saving on opening. You can open an existing document, save a document. Yes, there is no problem in that.
Yes, ma'am.
So you see, there is another thing which you should know, that suppose for this cell you want some formatting, right? So you should right click on that and say format cell, and here see what kind of thing you want to write in this cell. Do you want a general format, a number format with 2 decimal place or 0 decimal place, a separator as 1000 separator comma? You want a currency format, you want an accounting format, you want date format, you want time, percentage, fraction, scientific numbers, or text format. Text format is normal format, right? Special and custom. What format do you want? Custom means you can make your own format also, right? So by default it is generally what? General format, which is here also on your menu. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right? Then you can also align, right? Suppose if I write here some, like here we have written trade, and I right click here and I say format cell, and in the alignment, if you want to change the alignment of the text, you can change it from here, right? So if I have changed it to 90 degrees, see how trade will come. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that can also be done. If you want that your thing should come in 90 degrees or 180 minus 90 degree or whatever format you want, or slanting 45 minus 45 degrees. So whatever format you want your text should appear, that alignment you can make. Can you see that how it is coming?
Yes, ma'am.
So that can also be done on text. On numbers also you can do it. Then you can wrap also, shrink also, merge also. That can also be done. So it is general and bottom. So that can also be changed if you want center, right, fill or whatever justified. That is another thing. Then you can change the font also if you want bold, italic. That can be done from here. You can apply a border on this cell also, only on this cell also. If you want the border to be applied, you can apply a box outline border, whatever. You can fill also a color in this cell. So whatever color you want to fill, the color will be shown at the bottom. So whatever color you want to fill, you can do that. You can also protect the cell also, that is you want to lock or hide or something like that, but we are not doing that, right? So that can be done and say okay, right? So it will be done like that. Right. So that can also be done on your Excel sheet. That is also a possibility. Right. So they are also talking about that only, numeric text and formula, about your formula and worksheet and all that. Right. Then so how do you select the cell? How do you enter data? They are talking about cut, copy, paste. They are talking about, right. So Acha, how if you want that in between, like here, I want a column to be inserted. How do you insert a column? Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So wherever you want, before that you want that on the left hand side a column should be inserted. So just click on that column, right click on that and just say insert. Or on a row, before that row you want a row to be inserted, just click on that row. Can you see that?
Yes.
Insert. So that can be inserted. If you want to delete it, just click here, right click and delete. Here also if you want to delete it, right click and delete. Insert and delete you can do in between the columns. That is also a possibility. You can also have column width and row width accordingly. Suppose a column will have a width. So if you want your own width, suppose you want that the width should be 10. So you can set it to 10, right? All the columns width should be 10, so you can set it accordingly. All the columns width you can set it to 10. or you can select all of them and say this, right? You can also set the row height. Column has the width, row has a height. So just right click on that, right, and say whatever row height you want, and you can set it. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can also do that also. That is also one of the options. Then you can hide and unhide a column or row also if you want that particular column or row should be hidden. So here it is hide and then unhide. Both are there. So you can hide also a particular column. Text wrapping we have talked about. Merge cells we have talked about. Bold italic is okay. Text color is okay. Fill is okay. Then they are again talking about the format cell, general numbers and all that. Then formulas and functions they are talking about. See, operators you should know. You have plus, minus, multiply, divide. You know these operators now? All of you. You have to add two numbers. You will be doing like this, right? You to
Yes.
multiply two numbers. You will be using asterisk. Plus asterisk is the multiplication. Divide if you want to use. Then slash is there, right?
Yes.
And there is another symbol also. If I tell you subtraction, so you know already know. There is a symbol of power also. That is caret symbol. Have you seen this symbol?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you say 6 caret 2, what will it find out? Can you see that?
630
This is a power symbol in Excel. Caret symbol is a
power symbol.
power symbol. So if you write 3 here, so it will find out 6 to the power 3. Right? Or there is another function also for finding out the power of the function, power of a number. So what is the function name? Formula is power. Equal to power. 6 is the number, and to the power how much you want, that number you have to write after comma, that is 3, 4, whatever. So can you see that? Both the things are finding out the same thing, right?
Yes.
Right? There is also another function called absolute function. ABS. Do you know what is an absolute number? If I say absolute of -7, what will it give me?
7.
7. Right? Negative numbers absolute will be positive, na? Positive, so it will always remain. If I say +7, matlab, normal 7, so it will be 7 only, but negative numbers absolute will be positive number, right?
Yes.
So the ABS is the function for that. These are math function. Another is SQRT, square root. To find the square root of a number. What is the square root of 2?
1.41.
1.414, right? So this will
Yes.
give you the square root of a number, SQRT, right?
Yes.
There are sine cos also. Sine function is also there. Sine 45 is what?
1/√2.
Whatever value it is giving, right? So sine,
Yes.
cos, tan are also there. So these are the math function which are there. You have absolute, you have SQRT, you have power. These are some of the math function also. So you can practice those also. So we are talking about that. So they are talking about the formula which should start with an equal to sign. Then they are talking about the fill. See, this dollar sign. Why were we putting the dollar sign? For absolute reference? Remember, I told you to fix a cell. What do? that the
Dollars.
cell should not change, we should put a dollar sign before that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
dollar A column before the column also, before the row also, so it will not, this cell will not change. Well, the cell will not change. It will be fixed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is there. Then these are there. Then you can also change the name of the worksheet. How will you change the name of a worksheet? Right click on the worksheet and say rename, right?
Yes.
So you can do that. So you can change the name of the worksheet accordingly. Just an example. What else? You can insert a new worksheet. Group, okay. Printing a worksheet is okay. Header and footer is okay. Print area, okay. Okay, now working with tables and charts they are talking about. So they are talking about tables. You can create table also in your, yes, you can sort and filter, that we have seen. Charts you can add, that we have seen. Conditional formatting we have seen, right? Find and replace. You can do find and replace. Control F is find, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So find and replace. You can protect the worksheet also. You can put a password on that. You can lock the cell also. So that is what your book has. So here you have lab exercises. Uh, what they are telling you is create a table with two columns. Use column A and B of the worksheet. The headings for the first one should be first name. Give the heading as last name for the second column. Add records in the table. Please ensure that you enter all the data in the lowercase. For example, you should enter first name as Rahul and second name as Gandhi. Your data should contain multiple records with the same first or last name. Save workbook as अच्छा ठीक है. That is okay. Open student this. Now you open it. Create another table using column E and F. Again, the heading would be first name and last name. Use string functions. Change the name to proper case. Can you do that? We have done that, proper case,
Yes, ma'am.
right? And store in ENF, original data should remain, save and close, okay. Open student or this, hide column A and B, you can hide that, rename sheet 1 as student name, delete all the worksheets in the workbook except student name, add border to the table, format heading as bold, center align, increase font, change the font color and fill the heading, save and close, okay. Then open this, sort the records in alphabetical order. You can do that in alphabetical order of the first name, right?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is small to big. Filter all records with the last name Agarwal. Can you do that? You have to filter all the records which have last name Agarwal. So what will you do? If you have, suppose you want to put filter on this column, so what will you do? Select this and you will say filter. The filter will come here, right? And if you
Yes.
want to filter on particular name Agarwal or whatever, I'm just giving an example, so that will be filtered only. You understand?
Yes.
So you can do that. What else? Now use a string function to concatenate the two names. Now they are saying use a string function to concatenate. So concatenate you can use, या ampersand you can use. Now create a new workbook containing student marks. Add column headings, name, English, Hindi, math, science, social science, total marks, percentage marks. Add records to the table. You may copy name from student this. Add title to the table. Format the table properly. Use functions to calculate total marks and percentage. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Freeze the pane so that the headings don't scroll. Add headers and footers to the worksheet. Preview the worksheet. Save this. Okay. Then create a table of records with column name and donation amount. Okay, donation amount should be formatted with 2 decimal place. There should be at least 20 records in the table. Create a conditional format to highlight top 3 donations with blue color and lowest 3 donations with red color. Can you do this?
Yes, ma'am.
There should be name and donation amount, right? So the 2 columns will be there, and the donation amount should be the setting should be formatted to 2 decimal place, and 20 records you should write, and then you should do conditional formatting in which the top 3 donations should be in blue color and lowest 3 should be in red color. So what will you do? You will go here, conditional formatting, and you will highlight what? Top and bottom rules. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And top, here top 10 items. In top 10 items, you will select how much?
3.
3. And you will color it blue, so you can custom color it. You can select the custom color and you can select blue, right? Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
understand? So that you can do. And the bottom one will be this. Bottom will be this. Bottom 3. Right?
Yes.
So there should not be a problem in this. Use autofill feature to fill column B with odd numbers and column C with even numbers. Can you do that? Odd numbers, even numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
So here they are saying you should use autofill feature. Where is your autofill? Here. If you can use this autofill feature, or you can simply what I have told you. If you want even numbers, just simply write this and just drag it. How many numbers you want, right? So that is also an option. Use the workbook even odd dot create a formula in column D1 to add B1 and C1. Copy the formula from D1. Also use formula to display the sum of all the values in. This is also easy, right? So here what they are saying, this even odd one, the same one where you have created odd numbers and even number columns. So here you will in D1 what you will do is B1 and C1 you will add in D1. Can you see that? Odd numbers and even numbers you will add in D1 and copy the in other cells. Also use the formula to display sum of all the values in B35. So all the values, odd number values you have to sum and even number values you have to sum. Add the label sum in cell A35. So A35 you have to write sum there. It should be bold and underlined. Can you understand what they are saying? They are saying that here you are putting odd numbers. Suppose here you have odd numbers. So I don't know how much they are saying. I'm just taking an example. Suppose here and here you have even numbers in this cell. So these are there. This is odd. This is even. And in D, what you have to do? You have to add both these, right? B1 and C1. So that you will drag down, right? And here you will write sum and you will sum these values. So what is the sum of this? Either you can use the sum formula, that is equal to sum, or you can also use the sigma auto sum feature also, right? Here also odd number sum you can find out. Either you can use the sum formula or the sigma feature. Just select this auto sum feature, you can put that. Here also you can find the sum, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what they are telling you to do. Open workbook, type the value 1.5 in cell A1, come back to sheet 1, create a formula in E1 to multiply the value in E1 with the value in cell A1 of sheet 3. So what they are telling you in another sheet, suppose this is another sheet. So here in A1 you have to put the number as 1.5, right? That is what they are saying. And now they are saying create a formula in E1 to multiply the value D1 with the value in cell A1. Okay. Okay. So in here what they are saying is you have to multiply this with this value. Right. Now to fix this value, if I don't fix it, what will happen? What will happen if I don't fix it? If I drag it, what will happen? Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So to fix it, what should I do?
Dollar
Yes,
sign.
ma'am.
Dollar sign should be there. I'm just putting a dollar sign here, dollar sign here, dollar sign here, right? Right? So now if I drag it, so what will happen? Before the column and row, you have to put the dollar sign to make it fixed. So it will not go to the next A2, A3, A5, it will not go, A1 will be fixed. So now this 3 will be multiplied by A 1.5, 7 will be multiplied by 1.5 of sheet, another sheet. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So now it is fixed. So that they are telling you, then create a table of expenses for a household. The table will have two columns, expense name and expense value in percent. It will the total person spend under this head. Create a pie chart for the same data. Example of expense head can be food, education, utilities, clothing, house rent. The chart should have proper title, label and legends. Can you do this? Expense name is food. What is the percentage of expense? How much percent you spend on the expense? Suppose 10%, right? Yeah, on food you spend 40%, right? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So 40% is on food. Education you spend 20%, right? And utilities you spend 10%. Clothing you spend 10%. House rent you spend 30%, whatever. So total 100% it should come out, right? And then you have
Yes,
to
ma'am.
make a pie chart. Can you do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then create a list of names with all the names in column A stored in the format last name, first name. For example, Gandhi, Rahul. Use convert to text feature to separate the first name and the last name. The original data should not be lost. Can you do this?
Yes.
Right. So this is your unit of the lab manual, unit 3, which I have opened, which you can also go through. Any problems anybody is having?
No, ma'am.
So everybody understood whatever we have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts in Excel?
No, ma'am.
So what we need to do is, see, in practicals, the most important thing is you need to practice. I'll always be guiding you and telling you how to do it, but Most important thing is until and unless you don't practice yourself, it will not be beneficial, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you have to practice that how the formulas are working, how you have to solve the questions. I have told you, you can download the question papers of previous years, practical question papers, and you can take question from that and start doing the questions yourself so that you are able to do it, right? It is simple, it's not a issue. I don't think so there will be an issue, right? Even if it is MS Office that yeah, sorry, MS Word, or it is MS Excel, right? Anybody is having any doubt? Who is saying here the problem is the network? See, network problem doesn't which command are you talking about? What is this? Demi code? Demi decode. What is this? Is there a question in your assignment? Demi decode, so there is no question. You are talking about DMI.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. No, what question, Dipanshu, what question you are saying you are having a problem? Yeah, you are not getting the command.
Ma'am, regarding the Linux, no?
Which command are you talking about? You should tell the command, na? See, I have told you, you have to go to JS Linux, right?
Okay, ma'am.
The online operating system. Run the command there. If that command is not running there, then it is okay. If it is running, take the screenshot of that in the practicals.
Okay.
Practical assignment, you can give the screenshot and you can have a Word file.
Ma'am, we have to give the screenshot.
You have to.
Hello.
Which command is not working? I want to know that. What is BCS?
Question number 1, option B.
What is the command? Tell me.
No, there is a question and we have to give the comment.
In your practical assignment.
Yes, madam.
If I open the practical assignment, just wait. Date command, history command. Which command?
Question number B.
Question number B. Write commands to execute the following tasks. Examine files and display whether the file contains data or text.
Yes, madam.
You can write
Can I write that find command?
no, you can write the find command .txt. If it is, then those are text files.
Okay.
Show one line summary of the system status, that is top command. Find out free space on disk, that is df command, disk free.
Okay.
So you can run it and also show it, the screenshot on the JS Linux.
And is my voice coming?
Mean for like
Yeah. What?
for us to like show the screenshot is compulsory.
Compulsory, what does that mean? I am not understanding.
It's like we have to give the photo.
Yeah, that is required. Whenever you are giving your practical assignments, now see, when you read the assignment, you may use illustrations and diagrams to enhance the explanation. Please go through the guidelines regarding assignment given in the program guide. Make suitable assumption is necessary. So they are giving you that. So for the practical assignments, you should always give a screenshot of what you have run generally.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, then I have one question again.
Yeah.
Like, I have that like virtual machine. Na? I've run that. Will that be okay?
If